The only metric that matters in professional wrestling is emotion. I said it forever, and I still believe that. So many wrestlers made a career off of the emotional investment you have for them. Eddie Kingston, Bryan Danielson, Chigusa Nagayo, Eddie Guerrero, Mayu Iwatani, Kenny Omega, and so many other wrestlers are regarded on such a high level due to the emotion they make you feel. Today, I want to talk about a wrestler I love, a local wrestler from my city of Indianapolis, Indiana, a wrestler who from a very young age knew giving up wasn't an option, and he refused to give up now. Someone who helped revive the Midwest and Indiana wrestling scene after Dick the Bruiser died, someone who is the definition of danger, Josh Crane. Disclaimer, there will be mentions of abuse during this, and it all relates back to Josh and his life's mantra, and all photos used for this are taken by WorkShoot on Instagram. There will be a link down in the pinned comment below. Josh Crane started wrestling training at only 16 years old. It was his escape from the real world as he was hurt and abused as a young child, and he looked at wrestling as a way to cope with it, a way to show that he is worthy, a way to inspire others. When he was at the lowest point in his life, there was no giving up, and he pushed through and became someone who the people now cheer for. Josh wrestles a multitude of styles unlike anyone I've ever seen. The brawling, the striking, the technical work, the dominant, the underdog, from death matches to slugfest to your more technically sound matches. He has worked them all and has done them especially well throughout many of the years that he has been wrestling ever since 2008. Some of the matches on my screen right here prove that he is someone who's so passionate and so hard working in the business. Josh Crane, along with other people like Trip Cassidy, Eric Dillinger, Dale Patricks, Ace Perry, and others around the Midwest Indiana area who very much help the Indiana Midwest wrestling scene and allowed people like Calvin Tankman and Billy Starks to thrive and many more promotions to come here and start up. Another thing about Josh is he's always there and he will never make you feel out of place or like you don't belong. I do ring crew for Naptown All Pro shows, which you should definitely check out on IWTV, link in the pinned comment. And every time I go there and he's there, he's always willing to talk to me, shake my hand, and to strike up a conversation. Before I made this video, Josh Crane was at the latest Naptown All Pro show where he fought Myron Reed in a winning effort, by the way. And I got to ask Josh Crane in person about what's a life motto or just a life lesson he lives by. And he told me personally, after some thinking, it was about fighting spirit. In and out of the ring, no matter how hard you get hit, no matter how hurt you might be, no matter the doubts and the struggles that you have in your life, you keep going because you can inspire others to keep fighting. Josh Crane has stated that he has watched and watches a lot of Japanese wrestling as kind of like Eddie Kingston. He uses that as his escape. The spirit of some of these wrestlers have inspired you. No matter how old the footage is, no matter how their careers turned out, they helped inspire so many people with their willingness to leave it all in the ring and to stay hopeful, which that can translate to in and out of the ring. Josh stated wrestlers like Masawa, Bull Nakano, Megumi Kudo, and Akira Hokuto are some of his all-time favorites, and even doing gear inspired off of the Dangerous Queen herself, which may or may not add to my love for him just a little bit more. Josh Crane, early in his life, took a lot of abuse and was someone who grew up in a very rough environment. But something in Josh told him that he can't quit. If he quit, then the people he cares about won't be helped. Josh quit, and his story ends not on his terms. Josh quits, and he can't become the man of the people. And that's what this is all about. The people love Josh Crane. He's someone like you or me, struggling mentally in a crazy world. Things are confusing. Things are changing. The people who are supposed to love you, they may not love you. Or just things are just not going right. But he's going to rise against it because there's no quit in him. Just like you and me. There's no quit in us. There's a force that drives us as humans and makes us want to succeed. For Josh, it's because he didn't want to see people give up. He doesn't want people to look down on their life and become a what if. There's something in all of us. There's a bit of Josh Crane in all of us. That fighting spirit, like he was talking about, where you can get beat up, you can get bloodied, you can have your back against the wall, you can have people say stuff out of your name, you can have people hurt you and just do some awful things to you. But quitting only proves them right. And you can't have the people that are willing to try and take you down. You can't have them be proven right. And we as people, we are going to see someone who was able to come out the other side of a horrible situation, and we're going to cheer for them because we want to have a bit of ourselves with that person. And just like the title of this video, the people love Josh Crane because Josh Crane loves the people. Thank you all so much for watching. Buy Dub and use code SlapViperLLC for 10% off your W order. Donate to any of the links below if you want. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Black Lives Matter. Trans Lives Matter. Free Palestine. This is Quincy of SlapViperLLC, and I'll talk to you all later. Take care.